he had it coming. It ain't his fault. You have something to say?
You broke into the wrong fucking house.
The story begins with Isaac, a real estate developer whose empire is unraveling faster than the criminal cases he keeps trying to outrun. On the radio in his home, a broadcast catalogs the investigations circling him, the fortune he has quietly hidden away, the accusations he refuses to answer, the reckoning that is closing in from every side. He listens as he prepares for his morning jog. He steps outside and begins to run alone down an empty road, the way he does every morning. He does not see the car behind him until it strikes him and throws him to the pavement. A man steps out from the driver's seat, walks over to where Isaac lies broken, and finishes what the collision started. Isaac dies on the road, and the fortune buried inside his estate becomes the only thing he leaves behind. Days later, Isaac's daughter Shaun arrives at that same estate with her 2 children, her daughter Jasmine and her son Glover, to close the door on the life her father left behind. She has come to seal the house, to sign the papers, to sell the property where she once lived a long time ago. And the property, as she quickly discovers, is not just a house, it is a fortress.
Grandpa had horses?
Mm-hmm.
Perched on a huge stretch of land, luxurious and silent, the mansion is wired with cameras, sensors, and a security system engineered to keep the outside world out. But when they walk inside, that security system goes offline. Shaun and the children do not think much of it at first. Jasmine, quick and unbothered, boots it back on with a few taps, and the house comes alive again. Sensors humming, cameras waking, cameras that will soon become both their protection and their prison. They begin to explore. Glover wanders into a CCTV room and finds the controller that operates the entire security network from a single device, a small object that no one in this moment understands the value of.
I'm hungry.
I'll order a pizza.
Shaun steps outside to make a phone call. What she does not know is that a man is already inside her father's home, a man named Peter, who has been quietly passing the time in the walls of the mansion, waiting. Her purse slips from her hand onto the driveway. But inside the house, another door is closing.
Glover? Mom?
Jasmine goes looking for her brother, and before she can find him, another man catches her too. In a matter of minutes, the mansion built to keep strangers out has become a room full of them. Shaun notices the front door hanging open. When she looks closer, she sees the wires by the frame have been cut a clean, deliberate slice, the mark of someone who came prepared. She moves toward the entrance. Before she can cross the threshold, another man strikes her from behind, smashes her mobile phone under his foot, and orders her to stay quiet. Shaun fights back hard enough to injure him and lunges toward the house. But every door has already locked from the inside.
Glover!
Through a large window, she finds herself looking at a nightmare she cannot enter. Jasmine and Glover are inside, held hostage by men she has never seen before. She grabs a heavy object and swings it at the glass. The window shudders, but does not break, and the protective shield locks down over it, sealing the mansion tighter still. Another man is coming for her from outside. She runs. She runs into the woods. Inside the house are 3 men, Sam, Duncan, and their boss, Eddie. The man outside, the one who caught her in the driveway, is Peter. They are criminals, and they have come for one thing: $4 million that Isaac buried inside the walls of his own home. They crossed the property through the grass, disabled the security system from the outside, and slipped into the mansion long before Shaun ever pulled into the driveway. Their plan was simple. Isaac was supposed to be dead by now. The house was supposed to be empty. No one was supposed to be here. And then a mother pulled into the driveway with 2 children in the back seat, and everything the crew had planned quietly fell apart. Jasmine, listening from the room where she is held, hears every word of what they want, and now she knows why they came. Out in the woods, Shaun stops running. She turns, and she fights back. Peter comes at her, and she knocks him unconscious, drags him out of sight, and binds him where no one will find him. Somewhere in the mansion, Eddie's voice crackles through an intercom. He tells her that if she cooperates, no harm will come to her family. He tells her she and her children will walk out of this alive. But even through the speaker, the lie is written on his face. He asks her where Peter is. Shaun tells him she will not answer anything until she hears her children's voices first.
I will not hurt your family.
I want to talk to my children. I want to know that they're okay.
Eddie puts Jasmine on the line. At the same moment, he sends Duncan out through the back to circle around and catch her. Shaun already knows the play. She is gone before Duncan can reach her. Inside the mansion, Sam locks the children in a room and shuts the door behind them. Shaun returns to Peter, still tied where she left him. She asks him how many are inside. She asks him what they want. He tells her there are 4 of them, that they came for the safe, that they will take it and leave. He tells her she should let him go. Shaun listens quietly. She already knows what he does not want to say, that once these men have the money, they will not leave witnesses. Not her, not her son, not her daughter.
You don't know shit about me.
A car pulls up at the gate. Inside is Maggie, the real estate agent, arriving to meet Shaun about the paperwork on the property. Eddie meets her instead. He tells her calmly that Shaun has stepped out to get groceries. He tells her that her friend is waiting outside. He tells her that Shaun took his car because her own was giving her trouble, and she is welcome to come inside and wait. But something in the answer does not sit right. Maggie looks down, and there, on the ground where no one has moved it, is Shaun's purse. She turns to leave. She never reaches her car. Duncan comes up behind her and cuts her throat where she stands.
Warm night.
911.
From the window above, Jasmine and Glover see it happen. They see the last person outside who could have helped them fall to the ground, and they see, for the first time, exactly what these men are.
He killed her.
We have to get out of here. We can find a phone and call the police. Glover,
They cut the phone lines.
I left my cell in the other bedroom.
Sam and Duncan begin to argue over how to open the safe. Jasmine tries to slip out of her room to reach a phone in another room, and somewhere across the estate, Shaun works her way into the garage. Through a window, Sam spots her watching them. He goes outside to bring her in, which is exactly what Shaun wants. She has rigged the outside with firecrackers, and when they crack open around him, he retreats back inside the house. Shaun breaks the outdoor lights herself, and then, one by one, she pulls the main fuses, and the interior of the mansion goes black. Now, in the dark, Shaun finds her way back into the house. Eddie is searching for her by feel, sweeping the halls, but he finds Glover instead. The house lights, wired to motion sensors, ripple on and off with every footstep. Shaun tosses stones down empty corridors to draw Eddie away from her, and she slips into the same CCTV room her son once wandered into by accident. On the monitors, she watches Jasmine trying to leave her room, driven by fear. Shaun goes to her. Together, mother and daughter build a plan.
Glover, there he is. We're gonna get the hell out of this house, okay?
Sam fixes the fuses. The lights come back. Duncan returns to check on the children, finds Jasmine gone, and stands there for a moment before she reappears at the door, calm, obedient, exactly as Shaun instructed. She tells him about the safe. She offers to take him to it.
Tell you where the safe is.
The safe is behind a hidden cabinet. Jasmine leads him there, and the moment Eddie sees it, the moment his eyes lock onto the money he came for, he ties Jasmine and Glover to the floor. In another room, Shaun opens the intercom. She tells Eddie to come outside. She has Peter. She will trade him for her children. Eddie walks outside. Shaun gives him the terms, release the children, and she will hand Peter over. And here is where Eddie shows what he really is. Without hesitation, he shoots Peter in the head, because the code to the safe was never in Peter's memory. It was on a pen drive around his neck, which means Peter was never necessary, which means no one Eddie meets today is necessary. Shaun runs, and she gets back inside the house alive.
The assistant kept encrypted copies of his codes at her apartment.
How long is this gonna take?
30 seconds, if it works. We're in.
The men open the safe. Inside is more money than any of them have ever seen. They pack it into bags, and to erase every trace of what they have done, they decide to burn the mansion to the ground, to make it look like an accident, to leave no witnesses and no story to tell. But Shaun still has the controller, the small device Glover found in the beginning, the one no one thought to take from her. Through it, she tracks Sam's location. She moves through the vents to reach him.
Going somewhere.
A noise. Where?
Jasmine and Glover try to help her from below, threading a rope up to pull Sam out. And then Duncan arrives. In the chaos, Shaun falls and the bag of money falls with her. She lands with the bag beneath her and survives. Sam does not. And in the moments after, Jasmine works her hands free, grabs her brother, and starts running. Eddie appears in front of them. He gets his hands around Jasmine's throat.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
We tied the kids to their beds.
I wanna get you out of this.
Shoot him!
Give me the gun. Give me the gun. Let the gun.
Mom! Keep running, babe!
The three of them run. They get out of the house. They climb into Eddie's own car. Shaun, Jasmine, Glover, and they start to drive. Duncan lurches into the road in front of them, and Shaun runs him over without slowing down. But Eddie has caught up and he is firing at the car, and one of the bullets is enough. Shaun loses control of the wheel. The car crashes into a tree. They climb out. They run back to the only place they know, the house they have been trying to escape. Eddie left the money bag inside, and he comes back too. They lock the door behind them. They hide in a safe spot. Eddie waits, patient, willing to burn the whole night down if that is what it takes.
Mom, stay here, okay?
And then, through the tall windows of the mansion, a pair of headlights sweeps across the wall. Justin Russell, Shaun's husband, the father of Jasmine and Glover, has pulled up to a house he thought was empty. He steps out of his car. He walks toward the door, and as he crosses the threshold, his family is already inside, waving him back, mouthing for him to run, screaming for him to help. He barely registers what they are trying to tell him before Eddie steps out of the shadows and puts him on the floor.
Where?
Daddy?
Now you can hear me. Obviously, you can see me. Open the door. You don't want to see him die. Don't do it, Shaun. Don't listen to him.
Shaun cannot bear another second of it. She opens the door, but Shaun has one card left. She stands in the middle of the room with the bag of money at her feet, soaked in gasoline, a lighter raised in her hand. And she gives Eddie the only term she has left: take the money and walk out, or watch every dollar of it burn to nothing in front of him. Eddie looks at her. He looks at the bag, and slowly, deliberately, he unloads the bullets from his gun and lets them fall to the floor. Shaun lowers the lighter. He picks up the bag. He turns toward the door. And that is when Duncan reappears. And Duncan drives a knife into Eddie's back again and again until Eddie stops moving. Duncan is somewhere beyond money now. He does not reach for the bag. He reaches for her.
See, I was walking back here thinking, I'm gonna make it quick. Now, boy, too. But now your girl. See, I might have some fun with her. I don't think.
He turns on Shaun with something no negotiation can touch. Jasmine throws herself at him to save her mother, and Duncan overpowers the girl the way a grown man overpowers a child, and now the three of them are cornered against the wall of a house that has run out of hiding places. Shaun tries to grab his gun. He stops her. He stands over her and he asks her quietly whether she has anything to say. Shaun looks up at the man standing over her children, and she gives him her answer. You broke into the wrong house. In the same breath, she lifts the knife from his own pocket and she drives it into him, and she does not stop until he falls. Shaun and Jasmine walk out through the front door of the mansion together. They sit down on the stone steps beneath the porch light, and they hold each other in silence, a mother and her daughter, breathing at last. And somewhere in the walls of a home built to keep strangers out, four men discovered what most men never do, that no security system in the world will ever match a mother standing between her children and the door.